Shalom Akim.
Shalom.
Okay, so GreatMillStone.
Maaf Kwam.
Okay, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors that there to the brothers and the highways and byways teaching his truth and all sincerity. Okay, so we're back with another lesson, man. This one's going to be, about the hopeful elect, because, that's ultimately what we're all in this to be a part of, the hopeful elect, that we, may receive salvation from the Lord's judgment, man. That's coming soon, man. Like I said, as we're getting closer to the day of the Lord, man, things are going to get a bit more and more hairy, more and more, it's going to be a lot of turmoil, man. So we need salvation from that, man. Okay, we need protection, while it's all going on through Jacob's trouble. Okay, so, we are hoping, okay, that by, doing what the Lord, has commanded us to do, going out there in the highways and hedges and teaching his truth, okay, his truth, the truth, the Most High's truth, okay, that, we can endure until the end with that, man, and be saved. Because without it, man, everyone's fucked, and we don't want to be in that category, in that boat, where with everybody else's judgment, man, So, that's why we call us, we call ourselves the hope, call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. We speak, in hope, because even though we believe we're men, the Lord, we got the truth and that, you still have to, finish the race, okay, endure unto the end to be saved, okay. Let me quickly get that. Where is Matthew 24 and 13, please, Lord?
Matthew 24, verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved."
Okay, so we gotta endure and stay in this truth until the very bitter end, man. Which is gonna be a sweet end for those that are of the elect. We gotta have, we're gonna have, the chariots come and deliver us, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai is gonna come with the mighty angels to deliver us from the destruction. Okay. So, like I said, even though we believe we're men in the Lord, and we believe we're hopeful of the hopeful elect. Okay, it's still gonna be kind of peak, kind of not scary. I don't want to use the word scary, because it's not like we fear it, because if we don't, but it's gonna be tense. There's probably a better word. It's gonna be tense, man. You ain't gonna be like, like, when in time of Jacob's trouble, shit's gonna be going down, man, and you're gonna be like, hold on, what am I gonna do? Like, where do I, and you're gonna be praying to the Lord, man, relying upon, the Spirit to guide you through all of it, man. Because, hey, bro, like, hey, we're just men, you know what I mean? What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? We're not out here to fight no war, night. Okay, we gonna need deliverance, man. We gonna need protecting. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a ton of praying in that time, man, just for protection, man. To get us through it all, man, because hey, we need it. Okay, but I want to take an example out of the scriptures. Okay, we can grab us 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And start from 14 and read down to 17, please.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 14. "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?"
Okay, so this is Ezra's, and the Lord was showing him things, man, about, the day of the Lord, basically. And basically, the Lord's not turning back any of the judgments that's going to come to be, man, but Ezra saw himself in that position, in that time, showing you he's here in this current time, in a reincarnation. He was like, the judgment, the destruction was so great. He was like, woe is me, like, what the hell? Like, how am I going to survive all this? Like, this is madness. Like, you know. So it's gonna be kind of the same for us, man. We're gonna see all the shit going down, and we gotta hardly believe we're escaping out of things, man.
Yeah, can't.
You know, but it's the Lord that's gonna, you know, Lord's gonna move us in the spirit, man. You know, into safety, into pastures, man. You know, while all this is going down. Some of us is gonna be martyrs for this truth, man. But you know, a large majority of us, man, you know, we're gonna see this thing through, as you know, they saw things through in their course. Okay, but we're going, you know, Lord willing, endure into the end. Okay, so we have, you know, we put our trust and faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in that day, you know, and we believe that we can be saved, man, because it ain't gonna look like it, man. It's like the whole world is, you know, about to be destroyed, man, everything on it, you know, but the Lord deals with his elect, okay, and the elect are, you know, to the Lord, a special group within the nation of Israel, who the Lord really and truly loves, man. Okay, so you know, wherever lot he has ordained those members of the elect, okay, is you know, is what's going to transpire. But ultimately, the Lord is taking care of the elect, man, and they're going to be saved. Okay. Grab me Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7, please, Art.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Okay, so we know the Lord's people is the nation of Israel. Okay, so the Lord is saying Jacob should be saved out of it. Okay, but the Lord isn't going to save all of Israel. Okay, like I said, the elect are a special group out of the nation of Israel the Lord really loves, man, because he made them different to the rest of the nation of Israel. He made them, like, Israel special, but he made the elect super special. You know? And Yahweh Shai is even more special than that. You know? There's still order in these things, okay? Even within Israel. Okay? Yes, Israel are special people, but there's still an order to that. Okay? Romans 11 verse 7, please.
Romans chapter 11 verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it.
Okay, so this truth, this knowledge which we require for salvation, okay, the elect have obtained these things. Okay, the rest of our people, they ain't gonna get this truth, man, and that's why, you know, we go back and forth with these clowns out here, you know, with things they don't understand. Okay, it's only the elect that have been given the understanding of these scriptures, man, which can lead us to salvation. Everybody else is left in the dark because the Most High have put them in the darkness. Okay, but the elect, they've obtained it. Okay, so they have the you know what, the elect have the keys for salvation. Okay, Yahweh Shai came for them. He gave them the keys. You know, he's set them up to win, basically. You know, to receive salvation.
To prosper, man.
You know. Okay, but that's not, like I said, that hand, those keys are not given out to everybody in the nation of Israel, man. The elect have obtained it. Okay, this truth, wisdom, and understanding, the elect have obtained it, man. Okay. Zechariah chapter 13 verse 9, please, up.
Zechariah 13, yeah?
Yeah, please, up, for sure.
And where do you want it from? 8?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, mate.
Zechariah 13 and 8. "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
Okay, so these parts the Lord is speaking about is speaking about the whole nation of Israel. Okay, now it speaks about the 2 parts, right? What does it say?
It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
Okay, so the larger part, because you know it goes into the last part of it, so it's in thirds. Okay, that's why we call you know, you guys that don't get this, 2/3. You know, because the majority of our people are not going to understand it. So the majority of our people are going to be cut off by fire. Is that what it says, isn't it? Cut off and die. Okay, so but you go and receive the judgment. Okay, which is the fire. Okay, but So 2/3, they're gonna perish, man. You know,
Yeah.
and this is mainly focusing in the land of America, man. Okay, so they're gonna die. Okay, they're not gonna receive salvation. So that's been set in stone. That's preordained. Okay, that's not gonna change. It doesn't matter. You give, you know, try and break down switches to the whole nation of Israel. It just won't happen. Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that were blinded.
Mm-hmm.
That we just read in Romans. It says, but the third shall be left therein.
Okay, so the 1/3, the smaller portion of the nation of Israel is going to be left therein. Meaning they're going to be saved. They'll receive salvation, basically. Okay, that judgment is not going to touch them.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
Okay, so the elect, they're going to go through trials and tribulations in this truth, man. You know, the persecutions and all that kind of stuff. Okay, they're being tried, they're being tested to be proven worthy of receiving that salvation. I mean, the Lord knows already. The Lord knows already. Like it's like Job.
Yeah.
Okay, when the Lord sent Satan to task on Job, the Lord already knew. The Lord knew that Satan weren't gonna, you know, have his way with Job. He weren't gonna, you know, make Job blaspheme against the Lord. He weren't gonna. The Lord already knew that. It's like the same thing. The Lord is still gonna test us, though.
Yeah.
Even though He knows that eventually, or He's gonna give us the spirit to overcome it. It's not really ourselves that we're gonna overcome it, but the Lord is gonna give us the spirit, the power to overcome these things. That's why He knows. You know, He's in control of it. Okay. So, like I said, he knows already who's gonna make it, who ain't gonna make it. You know, because the Most High planned it that way. You know. Yep.
And will try them as gold is tried.
Because the elect, they're like precious. It's like precious gold, man. It's a precious thing to the Most High. Okay, Israel, yeah, Lord loves Israel, man. But the precious of Israel is the Lord's elect. You know, those faithful ones. Okay, because faith is a treasure beyond measure too. Yep.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Jump into Romans 11, please, in the verse 5.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 5. It says, even so, then, at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
Okay, so the elect, or the 1/3, they're also known as the remnant. Okay, the leftover. Okay, the leftover of Israel. Because in the previous scripture we just read, they were left therein. You know, the 2/3 were cut off and dead and die, and the 1/3 were left therein. Okay, we're the leftover of the rest of the nation. Okay, that holy and
Purified.
righteous, yeah, part of the nation, man, that the Lord is bringing through the fire. Okay, not to say that we're righteous, like we're wholly righteous right now, because we're, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags. But this whole refining is a purification process. Okay, and this is what, you know, this is what going through all this, you know, all this adversity is doing for us, man. Okay, proving us worthy to receive the salvation. Okay, you got something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Revelations 2:11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, in which that second death is the judgment which is going to befall the 2/3 of Israel, as we read in Zechariah, and also the rest of these people upon the earth. Because the reason why it says the second death, because the first was the flood. All right, going back to the time of Noah, where the whole world was flooded and everybody died therein, apart from 8 people, including Noah. All right, and which was his makeup of his family. All right, but the second death is where the Lord's gonna only spare His elect. All right.
Yeah, that remnant.
That remnant. And the Lord's gonna, you know, be the one to uphold them from that judgment. All right, as it says, I believe in Isaiah 42, uphold mine elect. Let's see if I can find it. Just get that real quick.
See, the other aspect of this is as well as this, right? Just like, you know, I made the example with Job and how the Lord already knows. Okay, it's not like you can't make yourself the elect. You can't just, you know, put yourself there. Okay, the Most High has to already ordained you from the beginning. Okay, this is why we say we're the hopeful elect, because we don't know. It's impossible. It's impossible for us to know. We know we have this truth. That much we do know, but whether or not like it's our lot to endure until the end, we don't know. And that's why we'll only ever really find out when we get there. You know, and so it's all in hope because we don't know. You know, we can believe we are. I mean, you're meant to believe you are. You know, you're meant to believe you're of the elect and you can be saved. Otherwise, there's little point in being in this truth if you don't really believe it. Like you can be saved. So you know, we believe, but it's like the proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is gonna be at the end when the shit is hitting the fan. You know. And we're going to find out, then you know who my chosen are. We're going to find out who is the chosen and the beloved of the Lord.
Yeah, because there's going to be more adversity, which is, you know, the what's the word for it, man? The refuse will be cast aside, but as for the actual gold, it's gonna be evident. You're gonna see it's purified, and
it's gonna be of the highest quality.
Right.
And that's what the Lord is looking for, the highest quality of Israel. Okay, and like I said, he's already set that in place, so he knows who's gonna come out with them white garments. He really knows, you know, and we can only hope that it is one of us, because we can't change anything to make us or not make ourselves. You know, it's all set. It's all set for us, man. We're just simply walking the path and waiting to find out. You know, but the fact that we have this truth is a good sign. You know, the fact we're still going out there doing the videos and you know, teaching this truth is a good sign. You know, trying to keep the laws and all that kind of stuff is a good sign. But ultimately, it's only going to be proven, you know, at the end of it all, man. Okay, because as many men that come in this thing, many are called, a few are chosen, man. Many have done what we've been doing, but they've not all endured, man. So, yeah.
That reminds me of Matthew the 20th chapter regarding the penny. That's really where that scripture comes from. Funny enough, I'll go to it in a second. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So like the brother was saying, the Lord's only looking for those precious men, the men that are precious to the Lord. Alright, but as for the rest, the Lord ain't concerned with them.
Yeah, and it can't be everybody. You know, and it damn sure can't be you heathens, man.
I've got two scriptures on that. The first one is Isaiah 42:1. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. Alright, I have put my spirit upon him. So wanting to extrapolate from that is that the Lord's going to be the one that's upholding his elect, and that's why they're not going to be consumed, alright, by the judgment, because the Lord ultimately, at the end of the day, the scripture said the Lord's soul delights in them that endure. We read that earlier as well. So, you know, it's all about the spirit of the Lord and who the Lord's made or chosen to be his elect, man. You know, if you're a part of the elect, you're a part of the elect. You know, you can't make yourself a part of the elect.
You can't be part of the club if you ain't part of the club, man. You know, it's members only, like, and you know, none of us have got, you know, the membership cards to give you to say, yeah, you can come and join, man. It don't work that way. The Most High has set it up in a spirit from the very beginning.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
So we can't usurp that. There's nothing no one can do. You know, and the Most High has only got the few men. That's it. That's why only few. And what does it say?
I'll go to
the slain of the Lord should be many. But then there's another scripture that says, only few shall be saved. You know, so the Lord is obviously not looking for everybody to bestow upon them the truth, man. You know, and it's evident when Yahushua come on the scene when he was talking in parables, man. It was not for everybody to receive that. You know.
13. This is Isaiah 45:4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. So the point is, where it says Israel mine elect, so that's showing you who the elect are. They have to be a part of Israel. It even said, you know, Jacob, whose name later was changed to Israel. All right, so it's just reiterating the same thing, that the elect are Israelites, man. And only we read in Romans that amongst the Israelites are the elect, but not all Israelites are going to be able to obtain the glory, which is the salvation and survival of things to come.
Yeah,
right?
The rest were blinded. That's right. The election have obtained it.
So from here, there was something you said a minute ago, Matthew 13. It was given to you to know the mysteries. Let's get that.
You know, so it's like I said, in the scripture, it's very evident the Lord is not really. The Lord doesn't deal with everybody, man. He never has done. You know, but even the thing, even above that, is the fact that the Lord already picked and decided all these things before they even started playing out on the earth, man. The Lord already decided this group of spirits that I created, these are special to me. Like, these are part of the whole nation. Because really, like, it's like how it's going to be in the kingdom. Because you're going to have those special spirits, but like the special spirits are going to have sons and have glory and that kind of stuff too. So it's like the rest of the nation of Israel is kind of like just the sons of those special spirits. You know what I mean? So that's, when we go into the kingdom where the elect are going to be, our children are going to come back. The 2/3 they're going to be destroyed, but they're going to come back as our children, and that is kind of like the order and the rank of the whole nation, man. But it all stems from us.
Which the scriptures tell you, man, that everyone came through Adam. Everyone came through Noah. All right, after the flood, if only 8 people, which was Noah's family, survived, then where did everyone who's on the earth here now? Because we all were separated and divided into our own nations,
which the Lord did.
But then the Lord chose a peculiar people, man. Out of those people.
See, like the Lord separated them so he could pick one particular one, So that's how things are being dealt with right now. And like I said, we can't change the order of things. And the Lord has his elect, and that's it. If everybody knew who the elect were before it was time, everyone might as well give up. You know what I mean? Because there is no space for you to be in, to get in the graces of God. It's not for you. So if it was possible, I'm not saying it is, but what I'm saying, like, if it was known who the Lord's elect were on the earth, then nobody else has any business trying to receive any mercy. They should be just hoping for a quick death. Because, like I said, once the Lord had decided who his elect was, that was it. That's it. It's done. There's no hope for nobody else, man.
Just another scripture on, the elected of Israel. Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, and had basically, for the most part, our inheritance is going to be the kingdom of heaven. So brothers are going to be, there's going to be brothers that are alive to reap that reward, by faith, man. They're going to actually see the kingdom of heaven. They're going to walk into Israel, all right, as the prophecies tell you, man. All right. You're gonna receive that inheritance. But these other nations, man, they're gonna be put to death.
Yeah, put in
And
slavery.
2/3. All right. When he separated the sons of Adam, and you nations, you've already received your inheritance. Your inheritance was your rulership whenever you ruled, man. Whether you're the, so-called Ammonites or whatever
You had your time in the sun, man.
nation you are. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. All right. So, although the Lord divided the nations, the Lord still basically had his it was Israel that he bestowed his love upon, but mainly the elect amongst those people. It says, verse 9, for the Lord's portion is his people. All right. So you can't include anybody else. It says Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So that's that. I'm gonna go back to my Matthew. It says, how did it write there? Oh yeah, verse 10, Matthew 13 and 10. I'll start from 9. It says, who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered, now if the Lord was for everybody, why would he speak in dark sayings, man? Things that people wouldn't easily understand. Excuse me. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, your inheritance, but to them it is not given, because it wasn't for them.
So the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven is a rulership. Okay? It's a rulership. Like, people don't really think about it like that. It's an actual rulership, man. It ain't some floating place in heaven where you go to rest. It's an actual active role on earth that you're going to be doing. Mm-hmm. You're going to be ruling over other nations, just like the Lord. That's the Lord's inheritance. So that's what you're going to be doing with the Lord, ruling over nations. Okay, and it's given to certain men. Okay, it's not given to all, because why? Because they're not all going to rule, man. It's not for the heathen. They ain't fucking going to rule. But for the elect's sake. Even Paul said, I do all things for the elect's sake, man.
I think it was Matthew 20. Many are called, but few are chosen.
So the Lord withheld that information, that wisdom, that knowledge from the 2/3 of our people, man. Because like I said, they're preordained to be 2/3. So there's no point, no business dealing with them. Because they ain't meant to receive it anyway. And that's why the majority of our people didn't. That's why they chose to crucify him. They had him crucified. Because they weren't meant to get it. Okay, but that remnant, that elect, this is who the truth is for. That small group, okay, of the nation of Israel. Okay? You got what you got? We're gonna move on.
Yeah, move on up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Grab us Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4, please, up.
Ephesians
1 and 4.
1 and 4. This is Ephesians 1 and 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Okay, so it's kind of like cheating in a way. We're running this race, but certain men, like, they're sealed. Like, they're sealed. That's it. Technically, they don't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. But that is why we don't know who one another is. Because we move with fear and trembling, right? If you knew you were sealed already, you were saved, then like that fear and trembling is not going to be that prevalent in you. Mm-hmm. Because you already know that can't be changed. The elect is the elect. It can't be changed. There's nothing the elect can do. They're blameless. The elect are blameless. The Lord is prepared to forgive everything they've ever done. Because the Lord really, really loved them like that. Like certain great men, they transgressed against the Heavenly Father, but the Lord had mercy on them, and He didn't destroy them. He slapped them about, so to speak, but He lived. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of another reason why we don't know, or why we shouldn't know, because It's just not how things are supposed to be. You know? Yep. Can you don't know?
What verse was it again?
Verse 4.
Scrolled up. Yeah, verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Okay, so before the world, man, it was already decided. So before they'd even done anything, before any good work, any bad work that they did, it's already decided, man, that this group, that particular group in the spirit, they are my chosen, they're my elect of all spirits, man. Okay, and you know they're gonna be here on earth. They're gonna do things and all that kind of stuff. But I love them, man. I'll forgive them, you know. But you know, as a what do you call that, man? You know, as an example of the Lord's mercy, man. You know, because the Most High like showing His merciful. He like showing all parts to Himself. His power. He's he's you know the evil that He does upon people, the judgments, you know, and His mercy. He likes showing that stuff, man.
Takes pleasure in the mercy, rather than wrath. You know.
You know, it's to who the shoe needs to, you know, who it needs to fit on, man. You know what you receive, man, from the Most High. Okay, He'll have mercy on whom He will have mercy, man. Okay, He's got mercy for His elect, and that will never change. That number doesn't change. Okay, the number's a number. He can't add to it. He ain't taking away from that number. It is what it is. It's the elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel. Okay, beginning with the 144,000. That's it on Ephesians. I mean, 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9. Just a further.
Alright, this is 2 Timothy 1 and 9. Who hath saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to His own purpose.
So according to the Most High's own purpose, you know, not according to our works, even though we are commanded to do works, you know, to have faith and do works, okay, but because this was decided well before any of us, you know, could perceive it, you know, it was never to do with that. It was just the Most High's mercy, His love. That's what it came down to, man. You know, He had particular pleasure in us, man, and He's gonna show us that in these last days, in the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay. What's that? Yeah, you know.
Slovakia. I jumped.
9.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Who have saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to His own purpose and grace, which was given us in Yahushua before the world began.
Right. So before the world began, He decided this, that He was gonna have grace on these men, or these you know, these people, man. You know. So, like I said, that has never changed. It's always gonna be that. They've already been saved from the time they were created. They were saved. You know, that was their lot. They were going to be saved. Okay, Most High didn't bestow that on every spirit of the nation of Israel or every spirit of the nations, because they received different lots, man. You know, only the whole of Israel will be saved. Okay, but just not at this moment in time. Okay, you know, the Most High is going to glory His Son first and foremost, but then, you know, He's going to glory His elect. Okay, and you know, the rest of the nation of Israel, they're going to have to acknowledge their shame. Okay, but ultimately
they're going to come back through.
Yeah, they're going to come back through, acknowledge it, but ultimately, man, they're going to be blessed. They're going to be saved. So, you know, they're going to be glorified too. You know, in the sight of the other nations, man. But the elect and Yahushua, they're going to be glorified even greater. You know, that's how the Most High wants it.
This is a precept, 2 Ezra 6 and 1. And He said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or even the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid. Alright, and it goes on. So I'm going to skip up to verse 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of that it that followeth. So Ezra was asking when, he was being informed that before everything was created, the Lord already had a decision and ordained what was gonna take place, and who was gonna inherit the earth, what was gonna be first and what was gonna be after that.
Yeah, because Ezra was inquiring the state of the nation of Israel, because it was messed up, man. He was lamenting about the nation of Israel, but the Lord already decided this was going to happen to his people. That's why he told them not to worry about it. Basically, like, this is how I wanted it, like, basically.
So I'm going to jump to verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." And the beginning of Jacob's rulership starts with the elect. So that's it on that.
Yep. Okay. You grab us Matthew chapter 24. We'll jump around a little bit in it, just to get a couple verses out of it. But I'll start at 22.
Matthew 24 verse 22. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened."
Okay, so Yahweh Shah was speaking about the elect, and how it's about the elect's sake. Okay, and when you go into the book of Revelations and you read about the saved, the ones that are arrayed in white garments and that kind of stuff, man, they all came from the 12 tribes of Israel, 12,000 from each tribe. That's where it starts. Okay, and then you had the multitude behind them, which is all of the nation of Israel. Okay, but it starts with the 144,000. Okay, for the elect's sake, right? Jump down to verse 31, please, up.
Verse 31.
Yep.
"And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other."
Okay, so that's how it's gonna play out, man, and that's why we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because we believe in what's written. So we always speak as the hopeful elect, because, like I said, until we actually up in the chariots, man, we hope we're part of the elect. Okay, until that time comes, we cannot be certain. We can only hope, man. But as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, man, you can feel like you're on the right path. So, like I say, it's a thing that you can't be proud in a situation like this when you don't actually know if you're gonna be saved or not, man. Because we're out here, fighting for our places, even though our place has already been sealed already. Whether you're in or whether you're out, you can't really change that. But in this body now, in this time right now, we don't really know. So it's like you have to contend, man.
Please, sir.
Okay. Yep.
2 Peter 1 and 10. "Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure."
That's right.
Why? Because we don't know who we are. We don't know if we're part of the elect or not. But the way we can measure whether we're a part of the elect is by doing that which the elect was instructed to do.
That's right.
All right. "For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail." Right. So it's like, okay, what the itinerary is there, the criteria is there.
Yep.
So we have to be a part of the elect if we're doing the criteria.
Yep. As long as we endure, man.
And
as
being
long
diligent.
As we endure.
All right. So yeah, that's it.
Yep. And just for the sake of it, because when you mentioned it again, man, get Matthew 24 verse 13 again.
13.
Yes, please.
This is Matthew 24 and 13. "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved."
Okay, so it's all about enduring unto the end. So the thing is, the elect will endure unto the end, but it's because we don't know who each individual is. It's like, it's it builds tension, man. It's like, it's like a good screenwrite, man. It just adds tension to the whole thing. Like, you got these guys, but you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it feels tense. It's gonna feel tense in that time for us, man. Everything that we've sacrificed up until this point, man. You're gonna go your balls deep in your belief. Like you're like putting everything in on this, man. Everything you got, I'm all in. you know, believing and hoping that you can, you know, this is gonna all manifest itself, man, and you're gonna be saved out of a great affliction, man.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's like a good script or playwright or role where, you know, the main character doesn't really know who he is, and eventually we'll find out who they are, and it's going to be a great salvation.
Yeah.
You know, well, you got Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, because the elect's rest, 2/3, this is their rest. This is where they're going to drop dead. You know, but the elect have been warned that this is goes on to say, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Yeah.
All right, so the elect are being warned that this is not our rest, man. Your rest is in the kingdom of heaven to come. All right. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I had something close by, so it's gone on my mind.
Well, I ain't got anything else listed here in it, so, you know, I pretty much said what I wanted to say, you know, about the hopeful elect, you know. So, you know, people can, you know, scoff and stuff like that, man. You know, could we call ourselves prophets and all this kind of stuff, man? But someone's got to be, right? So it's not like it's unfathomable, you know, that men are here, you know, to do those same things the prophets did of old time, man. You know, each of them were the elect, you know, that went out and did the work of the Lord. Okay, so to say that, you know, we're prophets and we're the hopeful elect, there's not nothing wrong in saying that, man. You know, you got these fucking Christians saying that they're saved already, man, but they're still fucking catching hell here on earth. You know, you ain't saying till you're saved, man, and you Christians definitely ain't got hope in hell.
Quick precept, just on a side note that we've mentioned throughout the video, that this inheritance is not for everyone. You know, we read in Matthew about it is given to you to understand the mysteries, but to them it is not given. Psalms 33:12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, is Yahweh, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. All right, so it's talking about a specific nation. It didn't say nations, it said nation, man. Showing you how the hell is every other nation gonna receive of that inheritance, man. So you're misinformed.
That's right, man. So yeah, we're gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, peace and salutations to you brothers out there, and, you know, double honors to the elders, apostles that rule well. Okay, we're gonna catch you in the next video. So till next time, shalom.
Shalom.